Have you ever met someone who was two-faced? And when I'm saying two-faced, I don't mean someone who acts differently when you're around. No, I'm talking about someone who literally has two faces. Because if you haven't, get some popcorn and watch this animation with me by Dory Story called I Have Two Faces. Welcome everyone to Dark Corners. It's me, your host, Dark. And if you haven't already, make sure you leave a like on this video right now, especially if you want more reaction videos. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss the next animation. So as I said, we're going to be reacting to an animation by Dory Story. Go check out their channel down below in the description and let's get straight into it.
My name is Lizzie, and
What
I'm
up, Lizzie?
15 years
What's up,
old.
Lizzie?
At first glance, I'm a completely ordinary girl.
Okay, ordinary girl. So at what point does she get two faces? Because ordinary to me means she has a single face. So something must have happened to her somewhere in this story that got her two faces.
I'm studying in high school, and I,
Okay.
like everyone else, have friends and enemies.
Oh.
But my parents, they're afraid of me.
Her parents are afraid of her. Why? She just said she's an ordinary kid. So what could she be doing that would scare her grown parents?
It's like they want to get rid of me, just like they got rid of my sister.
Wait, what? They got rid of her sister? What does she mean when she says that? Does she mean they actually, you know, got rid of her? Like, got rid of her? Or what?
It all started with an incident. There was a boy, Tim, in my class who
What?
I always hated. He was a freak, a jerk, a nerd, and our chemistry teacher's pet.
Hold on, Miss... Oh my god, I forgot her name. Anyways, Miss Ordinary. You seem kinda like a jerk, judging other people and calling them mean names all the time? Is this just what they call teenage angst? Because you gotta change that. There's not enough time in the world for you to be such a jerk to other people.
Tim and I did not get along.
Why
but
not?
The teachers decided to reconcile us. She gave us a group project meant for two, and I had a eureka moment. Imagine, not clever Tim, but me. We made the project
What?
according to my fantastic idea.
What? I don't understand what she just did. What does she mean me instead of Fantastic Tim?
But all the merit and praise didn't go to me, but to Tim. He
Oh.
had told the teacher that the project was his idea.
Okay, Tim, that was kind of a jerk move. I ain't even gonna lie. I would understand why she got upset about that. He took all the credit for what she did.
That's not a cool move.
Don't do that stuff out there.
And that I didn't even take part in it. She believed her favorite, and I was slapped with an E.
What?
Naturally, I prepared my revenge.
Okay,
I had
understandable.
A present for Tim, a beautiful box, which, when opened, exploded the opener with paint.
Okay, now Tim knows that you don't like him. He also know he did some backstabbing moves on you. So if you just came up to him with a gift, and if he trusts you and he actually opens the gift without thinking anything about it, he's not as smart as he looks. Let me just say it that way. I would never trust a package that came from arguably my worst enemy.
The plan was this. I would put the surprise in his locker. He would open the box, and voila.
Okay, I get it. So he wouldn't know that the gift came from her. I don't usually get any gifts in my lockers. At least I didn't used to when I was in high school. So if I saw a gift in my locker, I still would not really trust it. Because who the hell would give me a gift? Nobody likes me. Unless, you know, there's some people out there who like me. I'm guessing the people who like me, they'll show their support and love by leaving a like on this video.
His face covered in paint. I would catch the whole thing on video
that's kind
and
of a jerk
upload
move
for
as well.
everyone to see. But whilst I was preparing to put his present in his locker, somebody spoke to me. "Don't do it," an unfamiliar voice whispered.
Is this her second
I stopped,
face?
hesitating. The voice continued. "He's so handsome. You loved him."
What? What is that? Is that a ghost talking to her? Okay, hold on. So the two faces are not two literal faces. I'm guessing what they mean with two faces is, could it be her conscious? Like her consciousness? Her morals speaking to her? That's like an angel on your shoulder.
But there was no one around. I suddenly realized the voice was speaking from inside my head.
Conscious.
It only got worse. Tim appeared around the corner and the voice
Uh-oh.
gave me an order. Go and kiss him. Straight away.
What? My conscience never told me to do something like that. And if your conscience tells you to do something you don't want to do, probably don't do it. I guess. Is that good advice? I feel like that sounded like good advice in my head, but now that I've said it, it kind of sounded like bad advice. Hey, you know what? Do whatever the heck you want, as long as your parents allow it.
My mind seemed not my own anymore, and I fell into a weird kind of trance. My
Okay,
body moved against my
weird.
wishes, and I kissed Tim. Oh my god, in front of the whole school.
This story took an interesting turn. I'm not sure if I like it. I was hoping to see some kind of, you know, head splitting, two heads, head growing out of her neck type of deal. This is a bit different from what I was expecting.
He pushed me away and called me nuts. I ran away in tears, but my surprises didn't end there.
So what happened
I went
next?
into a classroom trying not to attract attention, although it was hard not to. There was a lesson going, math. Mrs. Sandy was teaching,
Oh no.
and she, unlike other teachers, liked me. But then the voice spoke again.
What's she gonna
Go
say?
and give Mrs. Sandy Tim's present. I resisted as hard as I
What?
could.
She's gonna give the teacher the present? No.
Has this ever
That's so
happened to
embarrassing.
you when you don't want to do something, but for inexplicable reasons do? I couldn't control myself.
No.
The last thing I remember was an explosion of paint that covered
Poor
the teacher's
miss.
face. It was a disaster.
Poor
I was
teacher.
sent to the principal, and from there, the school psychologist was called. In anticipation of the psychologist, I carefully examined the principal's office. Are people who examine other people's minds sound themselves?
What?
Could I trust our school psychologist? Should I tell him about the voice in my head? Whilst I was thinking these thoughts, I noticed that a pencil was slipping from my fingers.
Huh?
Nearby lay a perforated family photo of our psychologist. He
What?
was shocked at what I had done to the
What?
picture, but talked to me about what had happened. I didn't mention the voice, and the psychologist reasoned that everything that had happened was due to a nervous breakdown stemming from my poor
Does
assignment
that
score.
happen?
My parents were called to school, and they gave me a thrashing once I got home.
Wait, but she has issues, parents. They don't understand what she's going through right now. Okay.
But I was
We'll give him
silent
the-
about the strange state of mind that I had had. I hoped that everything would pass, but I hoped in vain. At night, the voice returned. I woke up in a flower bed
Yeah?
under the window of my room. I had cut all my mother's favorite roses to their root.
No.
I screamed in pain.
This is
My
like a
hands
horror
were
movie.
bleeding from the thorns, but that wasn't all. Inside the living room, I had smeared paint all over the sofa.
Now, if I did that, my mom would have beaten the voice out of me. I ain't even gonna lie to you guys. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh, my mom didn't hear that.
Ripped my dad's important paperwork to shreds. My mum went to the psychologist with me in the morning and accused me of doing everything out of spite.
Mom, come on now. Don't accuse your daughter of doing something like that. It's kind of mean. She's going through something.
I couldn't stand it anymore. I screamed that it hadn't been me, that there was a girl living in my head, and suddenly my mum burst into tears.
Does she know what's
She told
up?
me a secret that my parents had hid from me from
It's
birth.
in the family.
A girl really did live inside me.
What? Wait, remember what she said at the start? Her parents got rid of her sister. Wait, what does that mean?
I had been born with two heads. The second one hadn't developed and belonged to my would-have-been Siamese twin, but was now
Oh
merely a parasite.
my God.
This underhead had the makings of a brain and even some kind of consciousness, but had been completely unviable. Most
What?
importantly, it was now threatening my life. The doctors performed an operation and removed the physical elements of my parasite
What?
sister, but as it turned out, this was not the end. At the hospital, my parents were warned that psychological problems could arise. My Siamese twin may influence my mind, even after its physical removal.
Is this something that can actually happen? That's interesting if it is.
I began working with a psychologist, and I had some success.
So
it seemed
technically-
like the voice rarely spoke up.
So technically she has two minds. One mind of her own and one mind of someone else. Now that could turn anyone crazy.
It didn't particularly disturb me. Only when I was particularly stressed did I feel an intense urge to do something. One night, however, after an argument over something stupid, I had gone to bed only to open my eyes and heard my mother cry out.
What happened?
I was stood over my parents' bed, not understanding how I ended up there. My mum and dad stood across from me on the other side of the bed, scared.
What did
In
she
my
do?
hands was an empty pot. I had tried to pour boiling water on my parents. My mum had woken up seconds before and managed to roll her and my father out the way. And all because of a quarrel that had happened that evening. My parents told me the next day that for my safety they would place metal bars on my windows and soon began to lock my bedroom at night.
Wow, that's
It
kinda sad.
enraged me terribly. They were treating me like I was crazy.
That is kind of sad. I was not expecting the story to have such a sad, turn. Once again, I was just hoping for someone to grow a head out of their neck. That's kind of what I was expecting here.
But I was fine. I was normal. Am an ordinary girl. Nevertheless, their steps turned out to be futile. One night, the voice came back. I woke to my parents shaking me.
How did she get out?
There was fire all around. Everything was burning.
But wait, she was locked in her room. Where the hell did she get that gasoline?
And in my hands was a gasoline tank. Only my dad, dreaming about fire and waking up, saved us from death. Now I understood what the voice was seeking. Revenge. My parents had gotten rid of my sister, so she had taken their home too. I knew she was happy that the score was even. I stopped hearing the voice after the fire, but my mum doesn't believe me. She and dad sent me for treatment in a psychiatric hospital, and it's awful here. I feel really bad all the time.
Wait, she's still there?
They gave me these pills, and the doctors just irritate me. But I'm completely normal. It seems to me that my parents just want me to not exist.
No, don't tell me that's the end of the story. Guys, no, I'm actually gonna cry.
Just like my sister. What do you think? Write your opinion in the comments below.
Whoa, that's actually the ending of the freaking story. Okay. This might be one of the saddest stories I've ever reacted to, purely because it doesn't have a happy ending. So she's in a mental asylum now, even though she's, in her own words, normal. The voice is gone.
Dang, that's crazy.
So yeah, what did you guys think of her story? Leave your opinions down below in the comment section. And hey, if you haven't yet, make sure you leave a like as well and subscribe. And go check out Dory's story down below. There's a link to their channel in the description. And if you want to see more videos by me, check out the ones on your screen by clicking here and here. Hopefully, I will see every single one of you next time. Dark, signing out.